Time for our chart of the week. And this week we're going to be featuring ServiceNow, symbol NOW. Let's take a look at this. And we're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to look at 3 different charts on 2 different time frames, the daily on 2 different charts, and we're going to look at the weekly on another platform as well, too, just to kind of solidify our thesis here is why we like this stock for the long term and even for the short term. So let's take a look at ServiceNow. So you can see that the stock made a huge run from the bottom here in October, which came in at about 525, 530. Stock's up at 787 right now, so it's up more than 60% in about just a little under 3 months. And you can see that the stock has made a nice run of higher highs and higher lows. And actually, what was nice here is that when it pulled back a bit towards the middle to end part of December, and then it broke out in the early part of January on some really good volume, it pushed above this 20-day moving average, which is the dotted line over here, on significant volume. So you can see the volume trends over here were really solid. Okay, it got even more solid last week when the stock reported earnings. It did dip a bit following earnings, but as you can see here, it's been on a torrential run for the past 3.5 weeks, and it soared on Monday of this week to a new all-time high at 787. So this is a stock we like. Now let's take a look at it also on the indicators here. We see the MACD is on a buy signal, and I've introduced an indicator down here on the bottom. It's called the on-balance volume, which is really an accumulation of volume, and you can see from this time frame at the end of October when the stock bottomed, it's been just making higher highs and higher lows and has reached a really high level. So as Joe Granville, who created this indicator, once said, when this indicator is moving higher and higher, it is extremely positive and bullish for the stock. On the Chaikin Analytics, the Chaikin Analytics is something that I follow every single day. We can see that the stock is clearly bullish. It's very bullish on their indicator over here. And you can see the power gauge down here on the bottom has been green since that bottom. No coincidence, at the end of October, it's been making higher highs and higher lows. And even though there's a little bit of red here in the Chaikin money flow, it's a little bit of a pullback because the earnings, when the earnings came out last week, it did have some heavy distribution the following day, which means higher volume and the price going down. That is a definition of distribution. We see the overbought, oversold reading, which was super overbought, is now coming in a little bit here. But we see relative strength is still strong versus the S&P 500. Now let's shift over to the weekly chart, right? Let's take a look at the weekly chart, and this is using a Trend Spider. And you can see what I'm talking about here. It's almost a carbon copy of the daily chart, which we see since the middle of last year. This is where the real strong buy signal occurred, and we can see that the stock has been making higher highs and higher lows as well too. But you can see the blue candles charts and the teal color on the channels here. Now, what is that? That's the go no go composite of indicators system that is shows that when it's the candles are light blue, like it is right here, that is a strong bullish condition. When it's teal, is more cautiously bullish. But you can see the preponderance of candles since the middle of last year has been light blue. So this has been in bullish phase for almost 9 months now. Look at some of the other indicators over here. You can see the long-term Chaikin money flow, which saw the daily. Now this is the weekly money flow, has still been very, very strong and almost mimics the on-balance volume. MACD is also on a buy signal, and over here stochastics are overbought embedded, which means that pullbacks are being bought by the dip buyer. So all in all, we like ServiceNow. This stock's got some room, probably up to 850 to 900 or so in the next 2 to 3 months. We're long the stock. We're going to stay it for a little bit. And again, really strong earnings when they came out last week and guided higher. Don't know why the stock got beat up the following day, but still, people who sold the stock under 750 to 740 are having to pay up for it today. So that's called being patient, waiting for the stock to move when it does well. All right, so that's ServiceNow, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you.